Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadowed City podcast. I am your host, Larry, and this is the Shadows Within's. Oh, the Shadowed City podcast. This ain't the Shadows Within. This is Tpew. Going to be going over the Wolf's Den in preparation for our PLE coming up, and I got me some Ryan's Bailey's Irish Cream Whiskey. There we go. Welcome, Carrie.
Hello.
Hello. Also, everyone, I was told there's a possibility we might see Kosai here on the show. I got my 3 shots lined up for when we start going on this and crazy card, I would say, from start to finish. We had some quick ones, but we also had some long ones, but it was crazy all around. What did you think about the show?
I think it was another banger of a show. Chaos everywhere, as Tpew is known for, and what this show is known for.
Most definitely indeed. And I got us 2 guests today, and they are both winners. Well, yeah, technically, depending on which one you talk to. But yes, I have AJ and I have Xadrian coming on.
That sounds great. We'd love to hear from them when we get to their matches.
Most indeed, most indeed. Should we wait for them to come on before we start going through the card? Is there anything we'd like to talk about before we do start it?
I'd give people at least 2-3 minutes to come in.
I'm trying. Right. Hold on. Takes me a
Cheers,
minute.
I'm taking my first shot.
Boss lady's coming on.
Oh. Just gotta get my headgear on and all that good stuff.
Welcome, Vile, who was in the main event tonight.
Observation and fun stuff.
Hello, Sage.
I sent you an invite, Xage.
Here we go.
I'm sitting in the dark, y'all. What's up?
Remember how it usually is. We really can't see each other on each other's screen, but if you guys can, you guys are lucky. But everybody else that could see us, that is watching, could see us. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Not bright enough.
Welcome, KD. Welcome, the boss lady. People are showing up. We will give AJ a little bit before we get going.
Oh, shit. I think Loki might have some words for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that matchup was something.
I mean, like I said, that's the second time Talos submitted.
That was a long time coming, but when we get there, you'll be able to give us your thoughts, your rundown, and my responses may be slow, but I'm a few clicks behind. You know what? You'll catch up, my sister. I have no doubt here. And also, I'm going to pass around my Ryan's Irish Cream Whiskey. Here you guys go. Pass it so you guys can have some. Come on, AJ. Where are you? Somebody go get AJ. Vile or somebody. Can somebody please contact Mr. AJ? I told him we'd be going live after this. I don't know if he saw my text.
Excuse me.
We are just in preparation for MTM. Then we'll have Vixen's Flames, and if I recall, we're going to have our pay-per-view after.
That'd be a question for the boss lady.
Boss lady? I know she's with you.
Yeah, she'll respond here in just a second. She's a couple clicks behind.
For sure. Welcome the mighty in the house of Mr. IWA. Yes, sir. So it is. So this is the last rounds of shows. These are the go-home shows for the pay-per-view where anything crazy could go down.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Well, since we actually have people in the chat now, I gotta do it. Welcome, everybody, to Tpew Takedown, the #1 talk show for all your chaos after the shows.
Thank you for that. And what's up, Mighty?
I don't know, just coming in to speak, introduce myself. I'm not
By
too
all
Okay.
familiar
means.
with, with you guys, so I don't want to be rude. My name is Chris Cleveland. I go by the Mighty. I run IWA. I was just introducing myself. Brandon had spoke highly of you guys, so I just wanted to come by and say hello.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys as well.
Hello.
Yeah, if you want to check out the show, Mighty, it's up there on. It just happened and went down. It's the men's show. We have a men's show. We have a show called MTM, which is for both men and women, and then we
Uh-huh.
have Vixen Flames, which is for all the ladies. And these are our go home shows before the pay per view.
Okay. Hey, if you don't mind, can you start? You can share it in the group as well. I don't mind.
I think I did.
That'll
I
work.
did.
I've
Yeah.
been asleep since I've been asleep since 11 a.m. So I ain't seen nothing.
You actually got sleep. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I swear, man. You'll say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed." See you up a few minutes later. You did not go to bed.
Yeah, I tried to. I gotta
Boss
catch up
lady
on.
says hello to you,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, thank you. Same back, likewise. Hopefully, I wasn't interrupted.
No.
No, you
Okay.
just got here. We still wait on one guest, but I saw you wanted to come on, so I let you join in. I'm happy you're here. It's good to have you. I run a with this hit, Mr. Mighty. I usually run a show called IWA War Room, where we go over IWA stuff, and we have another segment called Backstage Brawl, where we hold press conferences and such.
Hello, Vexy.
Yes, Vexy's in the house.
Sugar
Well,
clam.
Mr. Mighty, if you like to, you could stay here a bit before AJ comes on, and you can go over some of the show with us and hear what happened.
Okay, that's cool with me. There's KD on here, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Katie's in the comments right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he might be one of the few people that you know here besides me, and I don't know if you know. Do you know AJ at all?
I thought one of those names looked familiar from a Dark Side of the E-Feds.
Yes, Vexy and Carrie. Both the one that's on the screen with us right now, Carrie has been on it, and the one that's in the comments, Vexy has been on.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that grew into something because that stuff like that needs to be discussed. So I'm glad that grew into something.
Yes. But tonight's discussions is with Wolves Den. Shall we get started with that, Mr. Larry?
Yes, sir. We had ourselves a brawl backstage, and it happened. They were supposed to have a scheduled match, but apparently they were like, we're going to take this to the back. I'm not sure who started it, but it was DSB who has been going back and forth with the clown in a war of words, and it was against Dr. Gigglethorpe, the clown. And it was a ruthless one. Like, it could have gone either way, but in the end, it looked like DSB got knocked the fuck out, respectfully. Carrie, we'll start with you on what your thoughts are.
Well, DSB has been calling out Gigglethorpe for a while now. I would imagine he is the one who called out Gigglethorpe, and we all know that the clowns don't really back down. And speaking of clowns, we also saw that Gigglethorpe had kidnapped a fan in the show tonight, which is a shock of itself, and Kaida did not take too kindly to that. You know she's all about the fans. So we'll have to see where that goes.
And Scylla's not been happy with the clown either.
No, not with the way that management has forced Wolfie into that fight and stuff, but I think she's got bigger things to worry about right now, and Wolfie pretty much can hold her own. Scylla doesn't really get involved unless Wolfie actually asks her to, for the most part. So yeah.
Well said. Welcome, J. Max Presley. Welcome, Christopher Botepa. He is a pro wrestler. Welcome, sir. And the boss lady, he better leave my lights alone. Katie said, yeah, that clown will soon be stopped eventually. Well, speaking of the clown and stuff, we've heard that the head of security, Mr. Carter, has been putting faith of the boss lady that they will get the job done. And speaking of the security team, I know somebody that knows the security team very well, Mr. Xadrian. What do you have to say about this whole thing that's happened between DSB and Gigglethorpe and the clowns thing in general?
To be honest, I really thought DSB, the fact he looked away for 1 second and, like you said, got knocked out cold. I was kind of hoping that he would just knock him off his rock. But now we got to get security involved, and this is going to be ugly.
Yes, the security team are full of brutes that I've seen, and you said that Rachel, I believe, is the strongest of all of them in a sense.
Well, she's the strongest female,
Oh,
but
okay.
Rachel is not ready to go back yet. Remember, she just had the twins.
That's understood.
Right.
Which
So
congratulations
that means
are in order for Rachel and Wolfie as new parents.
Yay!
but Carter left Headhunter in charge as he goes and deals with his own drama. So now that's up to Headhunter and whoever he decides. Yeah, babies. Whoever Headhunter and he chooses to go after him, which I'm pretty sure he'll have a good team behind him.
Yes, indeed. And Mighty, there's another person, like, Gigglethorpe from what he did to one of your superstars. You want to tell the people what Gigglethorpe did to one of your people?
Oh, you're talking about Scott Ryan?
Uh-huh.
Kidnapping him in SPW, and ever since we got him back, he's been like weird, kind of like almost of a wild card. So as of now, he's in the faction right now, but he's been kind of having like a valet of sorts. Her name's Nightmare, and she's kind of like a mix between like an evil clown and Harley Quinn. So he's still part of Hustling Money, so there's some good in him, but he's like kind of like a schizophrenic now. Like he's half good and half bad, depending on who he wants to be whenever he's out wrestling. When he's wrestling with Hustling Money, he's all good, but when he's by himself, he's the wild card, Sir Scott Ryan. But he was kidnapped and, from what I heard, tortured by Dr. Gigglethorpe. Sorry, that's hard for me to say, but
You're good.
that clown really did a number on him because I guess he picked his brain now. Scott don't know who he needs to be, so he's just being both personas. So.
Yeah, right there. He knows the clown from experience from what he's seen, and who knows, that very well could happen to somebody here. But the boss lady said, so it'll be HH and MM, I'm guessing. We shall see how it unfolds. This clown is notorious. We got to deal with it ASAP. And this clown issue continues to go because we have another clown that was brought in called Berserko, who I know Xadrian and Carrie know well, but I don't know if Berserko really cares about dealing with Dr. Gigglethorpe. What do you have to say on that, Carrie?
I think clowns tend to stick together, whether it's out in the open or behind closed doors. But our DSB and Gigglethorpe match was a 2.5 rating, according to the fans.
Understood. It was backstage, so that could have gone either way. Sometimes we've seen ones get, like, even the rarest of 5 stars. I have seen the rare 5 stars actually end up in a backstage brawl. But when it comes to a backstage brawl, you got to be careful about what happens because this is repercussion for somebody getting injured. And it makes you wonder if DSP got knocked the fuck out permanently for a while.
I kind of doubt it. He's got a hard head. He'll be back.
Well said. Xadrian, when it comes to the other clown situation, do you think Berserko is working with the clown in some way, like Carrie said, or do you think that the Berserko has his own goals that he's attending to?
Berserko works his way around. So when they had that first match, that was more of him filling him out. But what I have noticed is that Berserko has put the same people that Gigglethorpe has after Gigglethorpe, and the way that he's moving is as if he's moving like Gigglethorpe himself. Maybe he's trying to get in the head of Gigglethorpe and see where.
Excuse me for interrupting, Sage, but you're cutting in and out something awful.
I was on
If
a
you want to
charger.
try to take it from the top after you get that sorted out, you
I
can.
was on the charger. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I had it on the charger.
If you want to restart what you said so we can hear it clearly.
I was saying that I noticed that.
Much better.
Yeah, I noticed that Berserko is moving a little bit like Gigglethorpe. He's fighting the same opponents. He's basically doing things the same way, but it's more of him trying to get in Gigglethorpe's head to see what his next move is.
Okay.
Berserko doesn't like sharing the clown persona, so he's most likely going to eventually get his hands on him.
I would love to see that clown versus clown. Mighty, you've had your fair dealings with different clowns of yourself, if I recall.
Yeah. Back in 24, when I used to be a babyface with the Shaolin Warriors, we had a feud with the Psycho Clowns. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. Psycho, Malico, and a couple other clowns that was put with them. They pretty much same scenario, kidnapped me, tortured me, and I ended up trying to heal on my partner. And I've been pretty much healed ever since. So pretty much same scenario. Clowns got in my head and got me to just doing evil stuff. And I think one of my good friends, VJ, I spit mist in his face, and he was trying to get me to turn back babyface, and I ended up turning on him as well. So yeah, I know a thing or two about dealing with clowns.
Indeed. Don't worry,
I'm just
we
going to
shall
start calling this the Doink Plague.
Doink started it all, Mr.
He
Matt
did.
Thorne. Yeah. And the boss lady stated, don't worry, we'll find a way to put a stop to his shenanigans, something to look forward to in the future, perhaps clown versus clown, let the evil destroy itself. Katie says that would be interesting. Do we have anything else that like we... What? Sorry?
I've got Boss Lady rolling over here.
I can hear that. Do we have anything we'd like to say else on the matter before we move on?
I'm good on that one. All I can say is Gigglethorpe better have eyes in the back of his head. He's got a lot of people that's really hating some of the things he's doing, and now he's got eyes on probably one of the top women in the company. You know, her eyes are on him now because of the fan being literally taken earlier. You know, that's something she won't tolerate.
Uh-oh, Viper stated, I may want to work with this clown. I wanted to have Vextra kidnapped, might as well get in the mix. Oh my god. Well, I guess we'll wait and see what happens there. That's scary. Anyways, as we go on to the triple threat tornado tag between three teams, we had Kosai and Angelo Valentine versus Golden Glory, Katie and Elkane versus BPW Chen Pao. This was a frickin' battle right out the gates. But it ended somewhat quickly, but it was still a good fight for what it was. BPW Chen Pao came out victorious. Carrie, what do you have to say about this?
I'm not going to say anything, but my guest is...
Adrian?
Who, me?
No.
Oh,
Kosai is here.
I don't
Oh,
blink, and I ain't seen
Kosai.
nothing.
Hello.
Hello?
So, the match did not go in mine and my partner's favor, Angelo. We have been struggling since we first got started as a tag team. But we are not giving up just yet. We are still coming after the titles. Regardless of the wins or losses, Angelo and I are still growing as a team, and we will continue until we get said titles. We will not stop. I will continue training and doing better for myself.
Wow. I think I almost shed a tear there. That was beautiful. It was inspirational. Anyways, that was great. Thank you for that, Kosai. Are you going to stay with us for the remainder? Or are you going to...
I have much work to do. I don't know if my partner is here or not, but I have much to do.
Thank you.
And there you have it, everybody.
That was beautiful. Bravo. Bravo. Well, thank you for that, Kosai. Welcome, BPWs in the house. Before we go on to Exadrian, Headhunter stated, and I quote, "Me and Madman will enjoy ripping his head off." Talking about the clown. "You're absolutely evil. Get the fuck out of here." Kaiba, "I wish the fuck you would." Talking to Viper. Exadrian, "I love this." Welcome, Crystal King, who I know the mighty
Welcome
knows. Viper, "You tried, you failed, and you will never succeed." Kaiba, "Wrong, but I can't wait to get my hands on you." Crystal, "Hi, love that carry, good job." Giving you your thoughts and giving you praise. Me and Chen making a statement. "You can teach old dogs new tricks, and to prove old school is school." Says BPW. "This show has been great so far," and great. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
I'm going to correct you real quick, Larry. That wasn't Crystal who said good job to me. It was Vex, and thank you, Vex.
I said Vextra, but I said Crystal said hi.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. You were speaking so fast.
Yeah, I was I'm sorry I do that. I got an issue with that. Even the mighty knows that I get too excited sometimes.
You're good. It's just something I've got to get used to.
No, you're all good. Mr. Exadrian, do you have anything you would like to say as Angelo or just as Exadrian about this triple threat contest?
Well, Angelo is currently sitting with ice behind his head. So, I might have to step up for a second here. I'm a little worried for Angelo. His head was definitely not in the game tonight. And I speak as Daniel, which is his son.
Okay.
He was dealing with something before the match happened, and I need Kosai to work with him and get him more mentally ready for multi-man matches, because he's not used to fighting 5 other people in one shot. So yeah, that was kind of like a mental breakdown for him.
Yeah, it's definitely can be overwhelming, I'm sure, in those kind of matches where there's multiple people. And ring rust, because Kosai hasn't been fighting since 2019 in big companies. He's been doing smaller stuff, so they both got some work to do, I'm sure.
And those two had a great showing against BPW and Chen Pao, though, the last time that they faced.
Yeah.
They just came up short, but there's still work and room to improve.
That's the best thing about it. And we have a tag team specialist in the Mighty who's known for different matchups, but he just left us, so I think he got busy. But thank you, Mr. Mighty. All right, you're welcome to come back.
Looks like BPW has some words for Kosai and Angelo. He says he expects to see us soon. Just depends on who wants it more. Nothing but respect and all the men's tag.
Well said. And also, Vile stated, "Sorry I'm not more vocal, but checking these stitches is a tender matter." So he got banged up in his death match in the main event, which we'll talk about. El Kane says, "Well, me and my dad didn't win, but we will definitely try harder the next time. In due time, we will hold tag gold, but we will continue to prove ourselves more than ever." Wow. Strong words.
Seems like the tag team division is on fire right now. They're completely motivated to go after those titles. I think the tag scene is even more so on fire than the singles competition right now.
Well, speaking of singles competition, we have our hardcore champion, who we'll get to later. But Savage said, "Don't let us Demon Boys get our hands on the champs." Mm.
But
Well, Savage, more determined than ever.
yeah, it seems we had a tough crowd tonight. This match was only 2.5 rating, according to the fans. So I'm not sure what it was about this town. They just were not happy to please tonight.
I think I would agree with what Vile said here. I think you guys would agree here too. If you like when the talks of the main event come, I'll speak to everyone only if you wish. We would love that.
Absolutely, come on in.
Exactly.
That's what this show is about.
We got something to look forward to, and an update on AJ. He said that he was trying to join on his computer, like he had to because his phone's not charging. But most of the time, people that try to join on their computer, it does not work. So I told him maybe try to get your phone charged up if you can. But we're not at his match yet. But either way, it would be cool to have him here. But right now, he's having technical difficulties. And Vile, we look forward to have you on, as he looks forward to it as well. And that was a interesting triple threat tag. And I think it's fitting we can move on to the next one. Yeah.
I think so, unless Sage has some input on, more input on the tag match there.
I gotta go back and watch because it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, it was going, it was like, whoa! But next up was a steel cage between the Phantom Eddie Walker and Carter Justice, where Eddie Walker walked out victorious. But can I point out that this is 2-2 between both these competitors? They are 2-2 against each other, so they may need a fifth in the future. Carter is your new KO champion after what happened in that last man standing. But Mr. Carey, what do you have to say about this?
I'd love to see these two go at it in the PLE event in Hell in a Cell to finish this out. Or even better, a casket match to finish out the entire feud here. Sort of the final nail in the coffin to the rivalry.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, and I think that match is right up Eddie's alley. I don't think that particular match would be to either one's advantage, but could you imagine the promos coming out of that?
They haven't promoted against each other in some time. They have had like mini talks here and there. But I can guarantee going into this PLE, there will be promos that will be written. There's a lot of people that are probably going to be promoting going forward.
I hope so. That's kind of off key. That was kind of another reason I wanted to do the PLE, to get everything rolling and people more involved. Not PLE, but this show. Mm-hmm. I think it's a really good idea in getting people in here and active.
And
getting them pumped up.
Heck yeah. We have created something great here. Thank you for starting this with me.
Absolutely. Thank you for allowing me to start it up with you. Because I know the talk shows and the podcasts have usually been your thing. Okay. But anyway, that match, again, the fans, it was one of those blink and you'll miss it matches. The fans were not content with it at a 2-star rating. So far, not the greatest rating going on for this night. I don't know if it, like I said, I don't know if it was the city or just fans being hard to please in general. But it is what it is on that one. Sage, any kind of thoughts on that match?
I think it could have went on a little bit longer. I feel like well, we know the new game just dropped, so I don't really have to say too much. We know how 2K gets. considering the fact that these two have been feuding since the moment Carter stepped in, that was actually a shocker. Because usually there's some type of effort in there, and it was just he was like, okay, I'm gonna lay down. So
Yeah.
yeah, well, I it's not a bad idea to cast it. Um, even though
I'm sorry, Sage. You're cutting in and out real bad
Yeah.
again.
Do you mind restarting that? Like once you get to like a better position?
I said, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said that either casket or Hell in a Cell will be a good way to end it. Considering how fast the match ended, and of course with the new game coming out, we know how 2K is, so not much for me to really say. Um, but since the day Carter walked in, them two have been at each other's necks somewhat, and hopefully this can get a mutual agreement between the two.
So one says Hell in a Cell, one says Casket. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna put up a poll in the chat right now for people to vote. What do you guys want to see for the final encounter? May this be the final encounter, Hell in a Cell or Casket? I'm gonna put that up as a poll right now, and I'm gonna set the timer for 5 minutes to put in your votes. Right now. All right, launch. There we
Okay.
go. I launched the poll, so I guess when the timer runs out, we'll see what is chosen.
Okay, hold on. I don't see it.
Huh?
I'm looking for it.
I don't know if we can vote. I just put I don't know if we can vote specifically. I think it is people that are in the actual like chat.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can't even see the poll, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it on my end right now, like the timer's going. It says 0 votes so far, so hopefully y'all can see the poll. It is going on my end. The timer's clicking down. You have 5 minutes to do so. But where do we want to go with this? Do we want to talk more about this, or do we want to go on to the next match?
I think we should go to the next match, and then once the result is in, we can go for there.
Agreed.
Understood. I like that. I like that. Next one was a match made on this first ever episode of TPW Takedown. Yeah, mind you. It was J Max calling out Jay Stone. And I believe Jay Stone accepted, which led to this because J Max felt he shouldn't have been tossed out of that battle royal after he tried so hard to win it. But Jay Stone eliminated everybody in that battle royal single handedly. And tonight, J Max, he fought with everything he's got. He was trying to fight back. He put up a good fight. But Jay Stone got that last wind in him, and he just, boom, beat him. Jay Stone walked out victorious. Kerry, what do you have to say about this?
So there's a lot that goes into my mind on this one. This was a grudge match. This was Jay feeling like, in my humble opinion as a journalist here, I guess. Hold on a second. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Can you still hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the boss and I cause problems. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, so my thoughts on this was a grudge match. Jay felt like, I guess in his mind, that the Royal Rumble was stacked against him because he was the former champion, and he had to defend his title against not one, not two, not three, but four other individuals in that Rumble match. And he, if I'm not mistaken, was the first or second one eliminated. So that kind of left a bitter taste in J Max's mouth, I'm sure. And he, under the guise of respect, went to Jay Stone wanting this match. I think there was a underlying
Bitterness.
bitterness, yes, a very good word to use, about how he lost the title and to who he lost it to, and he wanted to try to make a point tonight. But Jay Stone, he's here to fight. He's here. He doesn't take any kind of shenanigans. It was a good match tonight, even for 2 stars, according to the fans, but it was a great match, and J Max just couldn't pull out the win tonight. And I made the comment earlier that, since J Max lost not only his belt, but lost to Jay Stone as well, that there's an argument to be made that he may have to start at the back of the line for that U.S. title now. So, I don't know. J Max just has to work his way back up.
Or,
what's that?
don't forget, there's also, given how we have been doing processes as of late, and Eddie will probably back me up on this, but since Jay has, in fact, held that U.S. title, that means he has every right to, if he's like, okay, you know what, I've had that long enough, wants to upgrade to the next tier up, that is an option because he did have U.S. title.
That is true, too. Very good point. So, where J-Max goes from here, I don't know. I can say he could probably use some different training method. You can only beat a bag so much and get so much results from doing it. I think he's got a lot of work he needs to do because Jay Stone, he's here to take names and put people down.
Well said.
But now the question is, does Jay feel as though he is world title worthy?
I think
Is he that good?
I think that's a question only Jay can answer.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we get Xadrian's thoughts and the rest of our thoughts, the poll votes just came in with 20% Hell in a Cell, with an astounding 80%. A casket match has been chosen between Eddie and Carter.
Final nail in the casket for the rivalry, so there it is. Book it for the PLE.
Let's go!
Let's go. Good stuff. Xadrian, you have anything you would like to say before we get to our next guest that just joined us?
So, what we're not gonna do is sit here and act like I haven't been since I stepped through those doors.
You're cutting in and out
But
again. I'm
what we're
sorry.
gonna do is sit here and acknowledge the fact that I did beat J Max, who was considered the underdog when it was really me. We're also going to sit here and acknowledge the fact that even after the Royal Rumble and I walked up to J Max, he said absolutely nothing when I said good game. So with him being bitter, that's all good and well. I got tired of being everybody's doormat. And I took this opportunity to take what I originally came here to get. And that was to get a title, defend it, make a name for myself. And I did that by myself. Not with the help of my father, not with the help of my sister, not with the help of my sons, my nephews, my wife, nobody, myself. So now I am the underdog. Because now I have the target on my back. But if J Max want to go again, we can. No problem.
Speaking of J Max, he's actually just joined us. If Jay would you could actually speak to him right now. Jay, you heard what he said. You heard what we said.
Okay, well, hold on. I want to make a statement. Okay, a statement to Mr. Quinn. Okay, so you say that you are still the underdog? No. You say what we're not going to do is this and not going to do is that. And look here. Look here! You ain't the underdog anymore because even I have to admit prior to this particular match, yeah, you were kind of brushed under the rug and yeah, you kind of just blended in as one of the numbers. But now, not only have you obtained a title, and honestly, I didn't even remember it. That's how mediocre it was.
Oh,
So I wasn't surprised. I was not surprised to see that this match came to fruition. But now, sir, Mr. Quinn, my U.S. champion, you have my eyes on you now, and you are no longer the underdog. Yeah, you're a target now. But
well,
I see you. I see you, and I respect you.
And I want to give props to Mr. J Stone for obtaining that title in his debut match.
You did what you managed to do in this company, and you've got my full attention, sir. You have my full attention right now.
props from the boss lady herself. Jay, how do you respond to all this as a general to the man that said words to you, Jay Stone, and how do you respond to just respond?
Well, first off, go into this match. I suffered another defeat. In that battle royal, it came down to me and Stone, the last two people in that battle royal. So I'm going to give you some advice, Stone. Listen good. You got the United States Heavyweight Championship belt. I congratulate you for that. But keep in mind, whether you're a veteran of this or a rookie, you got a target on your back. A big one. That goes for anybody. That goes for anybody that's holding a championship. I don't care if it's United States Championship belt. I don't care if it's the Grand Prix, the World title, the tag title. Any man or woman that's holding a championship's got a target on their back. And for years, I held the United States Championship under my belt for a long time, even in a multi-man match back when this was RMFW. I went through grueling competitors to maintain that. I even defended that, winning it again. But as far as the U.S. title goes, Stone, congratulations. You earned it. Now, as far as what my future holds, I have options. I can run a solo run. I can go in the back of the line and meet you somewhere, any place, anytime again. I can go into the division with my Golden Glory stable mates, go into some tag gold, or I can do I can go after the one title that has eluded me my entire career. I have been here since the very beginning when it was WAE. But you see, whether it's WAE, RMFW, or now it's Tpew, the name may change, but the game remains the same. So what is my goal? I can remember a time when I went toe-to-toe for a world championship twice on two separate occasions. And I gave it my all. Everything I had to give. So what am I going to do? I'm going after the World Heavyweight Championship. It's about time J. Max Presley, the Prince of Rock and Roll, the underdog, gets his fucking due. And this ain't being bitter. This ain't sour grapes. This ain't crying over spilled milk. I have given my blood, my sweat, my tears for this company. And I'm not going to sit by. Yeah, I might be a goofball. I might do a lot of things. But when it comes to the squared circle, I don't goof off. I don't goof around. You don't see me acting like an idiot. So the next match I'm going after the world's heavyweight championship.
You heard it
Wow.
here first, folks.
Let's go!
That was
Tpew
incredible.
Takedown.
That was incredible. The boss lady was saying, preach, J-Mac, preach. Welcome, Chris Graves, the one-eyed bastard. And Vexy said, oh, my mom passed by and heard J-Mac and said, sweetly, J-Mac, she recognized your voice. That was to you, Jay.
Thank you.
All I can say is good job, Jay. We look forward to seeing you out there and get your head in the game. Let's do it.
Out of character, bring some of that fire into promos and drop that shit. That
Oh,
was
he could do it.
fire!
He
Let's
could do promos. This
go!
man, just to break the fourth wall here, I'm going to step out of like the E-Fed scene. This man does backyard wrestling and has worked with actual pro wrestlers and has talked to pro wrestlers. He's a student of the game.
Yeah, out of character as well. It's wonderful to see that kind of fire in this E-Fed and this company. That's more of what we need. We need more of this. So everybody out there, take cues from Jade. Take cues from anybody who's in character. Go for it.
Well said. And my sister joined us, Miss Nika. Love you, sis. Hope you are well.
Excuse me a minute. Doggy duties.
No worries
Bring
at
that
all.
fire and F them clowns!
But I do have an announcement that was made by Eddie to what J Max just said. I got it in a little email here. Jay, he loves your fire, but he also wants you to earn what you say you so rightfully deserve. So at the PLE, he will have an opponent for you to face to prove yourself.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Whatever.
And what was
Go
you gonna
ahead.
say?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'll prove whatever I gotta do. Whatever. I don't care if it's one-on-one. I don't care if it's a handicap. I don't care if I have one arm tied behind my damn back. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Exactly what you asked for.
But that is
Okay.
not all. He also wanted to say something to Jay Stone. Tonight, he chose out of all the matches, there will be one man that we will talk about later as we get to it that deserves a shot against you in your first U.S. title defense at the pay-per-view, Mr. Jay Stone. So stay tuned for that. Just want to say that for Mr. Eddie, because he's not here, but he has big things coming for the pay-per-view, and so does the Vixens, Flames, and MTM shows. Now, do we have anything else we want to say on this matter before we move on, but why we also wait for Carrie? Adrian?
Low key, but high key and extra high key. I was kind of hoping that J Max won that match. I said I was hoping that J Max won that match.
Well, I mean, that could happen down the line, but Eddie was watching the show closely, and he feels like this man that won his match earlier tonight deserves the shot against you and your belt for your first defense. Sanzaba, cheers to you all. Ah, so good. I guess we can get. I was about to say we were going to get started a little bit without you, but I'm glad you made it back in time. How'd it go?
I've been here for a minute or two.
Blame it on the
Susie! Oh, I let Kira out too, thank you. Susie, welcome in. Glad to see you.
Mama Tama.
Welcome.
So, quick question, real quick. Who's got the world title by chance?
The world title is currently held by Data Boy, who will be dealing with Rig at the pay-per-view. But that's why Eddie wants you to also show him that you can actually have this fire that you brought here tonight.
All right.
And he has the perfect opponent picked out for you, which shall be revealed in due time. as will the U.S. title contender.
I'll be waiting.
Sounds good. Thank you. Now, we move on to a tag match that this one was a call out from two of the men that were already in this match. The Geek Squad called out the Gladiators. They've made 2 promos towards them, and the Gladiators for the second promo were doing their thing, training, preparing, getting ready for what was to come. And in this matchup, it was a back and forth battle between the Geek Squad and the Gladiators. The Geek Squad tried everything they could, but we saw what happened, that the Gladiators are not called the Gladiators for no reason. That Woven Pride coming out just demolishing the Geek Squad as the Geek Squad tried to stay in it. But the Gladiators walked out victorious. Carrie, what do you have to say about this?
Urkel and Waldo, they have a lot of high ambitions and high dreams. I, for one, didn't think they would make it in this company, but I was proven wrong when Urkel last year became the inaugural champion. I forget which championship he won.
Hardcore.
But
He won the hardcore title of all belts.
yeah, but in that regards, when he lost that belt, everything started going downhill for Urkel. Waldo's just kind of been that supportive friend on the side as well. The Gladiators are no one to take, lightly. I think even with the training and everything that Payne put Waldo Urkel through, and all the statistics, there's no amount of statistics and math that can, equal to what actual in-ring competition is. I think you boys need to start figuring out exactly what you're in here for. This is not a classroom. This is not a place for logics and statistics. You go in there, you fight. You hurt your opponent in ways that is, unmentionable at times. I think you guys need to get back into the actual ring and not crunching numbers. If you want to get past the Gladiators and go up even higher, you've got to focus on what's in the ring. The Gladiators, I'm sorry, you guys put up a fight, but at the end of the day, they stomped you guys. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Welcome, Robert Perez, a.k.a. Rob Z, is in the house. Bloodstone, welcome. And yes, and Xadrian, what do you have to say about this tag matchup?
I I thought the Geek Squad had it, but then for a second I remembered who they were going against, and then I said, "How crazy? What's up? How crazy would it be if the Geek Squad did win?" And as soon as I said that, the match was over. I said, but like Carrie said though, they have to, don't get me wrong, they are hilarious. But it's time to start hitting that punching bag just a little bit more. And I would like to see a little bit more serious promos from them, like when they have matches and stuff. Or just them calling people out. I would like to see that a little bit more. So that the rest of the locker room won't look at them as a joke.
One of my biggest questions is, Waldo, why didn't you help your partner out at the end of that match? What were you thinking? Were you just getting cold feet, or what's going on there? Where's Waldo, so to speak? Where was Waldo in that match at the end? Where were you?
I think he was looking for his cousin Wally.
I don't know, but when Urkel needed you, you wasn't there. So you got to come up with some reason why.
Well, we may get those answers. I guess we just have to wait and see after the show. Maybe we'll get the answers today. If not tonight, if not maybe tomorrow. Who knows? It was curious to see why that happened, but as we stated, the Gladiators are no easy task. They are the tag champions for a reason.
Grab me a bean.
Yeah. What I want to know is maybe is there any underlying tension between Waldo and Urkel after that match?
I guess we'll see. I guess we gotta get Medea and Blind Man on the case. I don't know if it's safe to put Blind Man on the case, but we'll get Medea to talk to him.
I feel bad for him when you say that.
What? Medea over Blind
Look,
Man?
you
I don't know. I kind of look at what
that's the
Blind Man would
problem
do.
right there. That's the problem right there. You got Medea and Blind Man coaching these boys, so one of them's too hard on them, so they want to run off, and the other one can't even see them to do that with them.
Well, Major Payne was
But they were
supposed to
with
be
Major
teaching these
Payne
people.
this whole time during training, so I don't know if maybe it was Major Payne.
The male version of Medea that's supposed to be better, really?
I guess
Ultimately,
Major Payne.
the results speak for themselves. They jobbered in the ring. The Gladiator boys now have big heads, probably swells so big they ain't gonna be able to walk.
They'll be doing the
Thanks a
Lebesi
lot,
walk.
Major Payne, Medea, Mr. Blind Jackson. Thanks a lot.
We love our Blind Man. Hello, Lulu. Welcome to TPW Takedown 2. You were here last time. Everybody, welcome, Lulu.
Lily.
Hello, hello.
But yes, let's see what happens the next time and who will be facing the Gladiators for their tag titles. That is a big question, but I think we got our answer due to that triple threat tag. But there was also something I want to point out that I don't know if a lot of people caught. Before the show aired, Eddie had a talk with somebody. That somebody, who was he talking to? We don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
I know.
Oh, I know you know. I know you know, but other people don't
I know everything.
everything.
What happened?
She knew about the wallet and the
Omniscient
crack
she
under
is.
the seat. She knew.
Omniscient she is.
I came in late, but I do love both Hell in a Cell and Casket. Well, thank you, Lulu. Lulu, it's always good to have you and SPW in here. We hope to see you here one day. I would love to see Lulu and TPW Halls one day. That would be a spectacle. Do we have anything else we would like to say on the tag match?
Nope.
Hold on, give it scritches.
Hey, no, Wolfie got a flea.
Oh,
Got to itch that scratch.
He said Stevie Wonder knows more than me. I can't.
Scritches.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
so
Okay.
how's the scratching going?
Oh,
Is
it's
it a
so
hostile
good.
situation?
She had that back foot going and everything.
Oh,
Tail
it's
wagging.
so good.
It was really hostile.
Yeah, very. But y'all may not know this. Hostility is kind of my thing.
I actually know a tag team called Hostility. I think I need to have them stop by one day.
Let's go. We can do it. Let's go.
Well, after an interesting tag match, we had a fatal four-way tables elimination, and it was between Nixon, the debuting Luther Cross, versus Berserko versus Lewis West, and all four men put up a fight. First, Lewis eliminated Berserko. Then he eliminated Luther. Then he eliminated the final man, Nixon. And Lewis had a clean sweep, walking out victorious. And it looks like we have a new king of the tables, as was stated earlier in the match by the commentators. Gary, you want to speak on that?
This match was match of the night, as voted on by the fans. Perfect 5-star rating. And we all know how much Eddie and company loves tables, so you know they had their input
The whole
on
time
the
in the
rating as
background,
well.
all you can hear is table, table,
Pretty much.
table.
But that's every show.
I know.
We're not going to get off track on that. Louise, had a very, very impressive showing tonight, coming into his own. Nixon showed a bit of ring rust. He hasn't been around here for a while, so that definitely could have played into it. Berserko, well, is a clown. You know,
Yeah.
he's probably got his mind elsewhere, whether it's on balloon animals or tossing peanuts at some unfortunate person in the crowd, Gigglethorpe, whatever the case
Which
may
is what
be.
I hired him for.
You know, Berserko was the first
that
one
job.
eliminated, so you know, I'm gonna guess his mind was elsewhere, if he even has a mind to begin with. Luther had a pretty decent showing tonight as well, but we know that he's probably had his mind on Viper or whoever it is he's trying to run around with right now.
Who?
Luther.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Whole thing.
So, you know, he probably was looking past these opponents onto other matters. His mind probably wasn't in the match either. Tonight, Luis, like I said, came into his own. Of course, what can you expect? He is the son of Alex and
Wolfina and Lucius.
Wolfina and Lucius. I'm sorry, excuse me.
No, it's all good. I'm just helping.
But overall, very impressive showing. And I'll tell the other three opponents, like I told J Max earlier, get your head in the game if y'all want to make it.
Help you up here. You wouldn't come to me, you turd.
Well said. Adrian, what do you have to speak on this? I know you're very familiar with Luther, Berserko, and Nixon. I think you're getting used to Mr. Lewis West.
Hold on 1 second.
right.
I'm gonna need you to watch your mouth, Rob Z, because last time I checked, you're fighting in a suit and you're getting your ass beat.
I can't even see him in the chat because he ain't got me on Facebook and he can't for reasons y'all understand. But hey, I know you're there. You like Santa Claus. I can't see you, but I know you there.
He said Luther and Viper.
Right. So with that being said, don't worry. I will be seeing you on TKO. Just know that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Mr. Carey, you are absolutely correct. I was not thinking in this match. My brain was more worried about what the
Y'all
hell
be
was going on with
careful.
Carter
My
and how I'm
grandbaby's
gonna
better
make
come
his
home
life a
safe.
living hell.
I'll bite your ear. Come here.
Excuse me. We got chaos over here in the booth.
I can hear that. The madness is real.
It's the day
It wouldn't be
with me.
TPEW without madness, so let's be real.
Okay, please
But even
continue.
with that being said, my debut match being a tables match, not worried about it. It's not my specialty. I just wanted to get in the ring, so I
It was.
appreciate
That's the
that
fastest trip I ever saw.
being done.
Well said.
As far as Viper is concerned, don't worry about Viper. I got her. But what I can say is that, okay, one, I don't want nobody mistaking me for the Luis. Please, we are not the same. We don't look the same. I'm nowhere near related to Roman Reigns, so let's not do that. That's a chump, okay? Number 3, my relations to Carter. That is my lousy baby brother, and I changed my name because I want nothing to do with him.
Clarification, finally, thank you.
Well said. Luther stated it here, everybody, for everybody to hear.
He just don't want to admit that chaos is supposed to be mine, so we're at arrears with that right now. But okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
Anything else you would like to
being
state?
dropped.
With that being said, I take any match that y'all give me. And if anybody, and I mean anybody, decides that they want to fuck with me, I will take you down to the depths of hell and bring you back to Earth a different person. Thank you guys for giving me that opportunity.
Thank
Well,
you for being
we're
here.
happy to have you
Strong
here
words.
in TPU. What were you going to say? Sorry, Terry.
I said thank you for being here. That was very, very strong words from Luther himself.
Heck yeah. Indeed, agreed. And welcome our guest, AJ. AJ, we are almost to your match, but before we even talk about that, what do you think about this fatal four-way tables elimination?
Well, I have experienced some of these matches before, and for this fatal four-way match, we don't know what happened in a match like this, especially when it's higher on its caliber. So I'm drawn right in the middle of it because I can't decide on it right now, but whoever wins this match will be on a high list of people that succeeded through endless pain. That is a fatal four-way match, especially on this high caliber match like this.
Well, to
Okay.
answer your question there about who won, it was Louise coming out the winner on that match.
Lewis had a clean sweep. He eliminated all three.
He did, and when I watched that match, I was like, he's probably the only people that I've seen on television to go through a sweep just like that in less than 10 minutes. So it's not surprising coming from a man like that, for one. And it shows how tough his roster really is when it comes down to a match just like this of his caliber. Me, I'm not a big hardcore guy. I wish I was, but for someone to be in that match and explain, it's just wow, So congratulations to him because I couldn't step in the ring and do something like that unless I really had to. So something of his caliber for a man to just go through something like that. I say I'm proud of a man that could go through that because in my particular experience, I couldn't do something like that.
Oh, thank you for that, AJ. And speaking of this matchup, Mr. J. Stone, if you are still listening and here with us, Eddie said that Lewis will be your first title defense. Good
I'll
luck.
take it. I'll take it.
That's how you get innovative. He was very impressed by what Lewis did with that clean sweep. And what better fitting way, if you look at it, you had a clean sweep in the Battle Royal. He had a clean sweep in the tables elimination. So, I mean,
Yeah. I know.
right
Pay
there.
money to see it.
Well, does anybody have anything else they'd like to say on this tables matchup before we move on?
Pretty
I'm
much
good.
said what I need to.
Well, we are finally here for one of the men that are with us right now. AJ versus Talos Piper. One thing in common with these men, they are familiar with one female lady, and her name is Loki. And Loki looked like she was in the corner of Talos Piper. And in the end, this was a very technical battle right out the gate and going forward. But in the end, it was AJ coming out on top. Harry, before we go on to AJ, what do you have to say?
You know, I'm going to respectfully bow out of this one because one thing, the love triangle going on here, I just never been a fan of those type of battles when it comes into wrestling. Besides, I think Talos, if she's here, and AJ, if he's here, and I believe, uh, I'm sorry, Talos is male. I'm sorry. I think both Talos and Aaron can speak for themselves on this one.
Well, since we do, well, I hopefully we could get Talos on here one day. But AJ, since you are here, what do you have to say on this?
In in our personal experience, these last few weeks have been the most toughest time of my life. we've been through so much. I'm not going to say too much on camera, but it has been a rough, tough few weeks. It's been hard. I'll say this for sure. And I wish we could have handled it better of its caliber. But we both had said some words to each other that there were some words that I said that I'm not proud of. But last week, he set the motive after what he said and what he had done. So I had to put my heart, soul, sweat, and tears into that match. I said it didn't matter if I had to lose that match or win that match. I had to get things done to prove myself, not only to myself, but for her, that I'm still fighting for what I believe in and what I believe in her. But
I got to ask you, AJ. I'm sorry to interrupt, but when are you going to start focusing on the wrestling aspect and not trying to defend the honor of a woman, especially when she shows that she's no longer interested?
In that light, I have a question for AJ.
hit me with it. I'm here.
Are you ready? Okay,
Yes.
here's my question.
Okay.
So you can make a man tap, but do you have it in your repertoire to make a man actually go down for 3 count? Because so far you get him to tap, but I think if it was pin only, I don't think you would have done so good.
I have been working on my pin count as of late. I've noticed that my technical prowess. I've noticed that my technical prowess has always been on one of the top. I hate to bask in myself when it comes down to my own ability, but I believe I have one of the top best technical prowesses on the roster right now. Not saying to be egotistical, but for what I personally believe in myself. When it comes down to the wrestling ring, I don't say when it comes down, it doesn't matter if I'm in a good mood or a bad mood or in a decent mood. But I've come to a realization that whatever happens, I know I did what I had to do in that ring. I did what I had to do outside of that ring.
What you had to do and what you have accomplished, let me tell you, as the boss and knowing my full history and the company's full history, I know what I see when I look at you now. I done figured it out. And there's a few of my boys in the chat that are going to get this, but you're my new feck. You are the bitch mission specialist.
Oh God.
GG.
I am just gonna continue.
In other words, what we're trying to say to you now, AJ. What we're trying to say to you now, AJ, is get your focus on the ring and accept what is and move on to better competition.
But I've thought about this a lot recently. Thanks to the help of my family and my brothers and sisters, I am now ready to move on to bigger and better things. I know that I've lost the war yet again when it comes down to love, but it's not going to stop me at the end of the day for doing what I have to do in and out of that ring. I will eventually become once again the world champion. Hopefully one day I'll get there. But in my mind and in my heart right now, it has to do what it has to do no matter how bad it is right now. I will keep doing what I have to do to prove to myself that I'm one of the best to ever step foot in Tennessee. And the crowd knows it. I know it. My family knows it. And I'm just going to continue to fight for my family and for myself.
If you're going to go that route, you better get your mind right, just like I told Jay earlier. Get your mind right and go do it.
The boss lady did state, and I quote, "Get the name right, Loki Hellion, no questions, just accept it." Robert Perez, giggity, with a question mark. Luther, he's laughing, the answer is no, Wolfie. And Luther also stated he too worried about SWAT and not his career. Loki, what love, AJ? You chose video games over visiting me in the hospital. AJ, you want to respond?
During this time, in this time and after what happened that day, that very week has changed something in me, not for the worst, but it's not for the better, it was for the worst. I think something that week has cracked in me, and I've done everything in my power to not go that same route because all of this has happened to me before, but I do want to apologize to her because no matter what I say or what I do, it's not going to make this right. But I have tried my very best to the very end, and I hope that she forgives and has it in the power of her heart to forgive me one day. But I know one day she's not happy with me right now. It's just I don't know what to do. The best I can do right now is keep going and waking up every day, compete in that ring, and do what I have to do to just to be the top talent here in the wrestling and here in TPW. That's all I really have to do right now. No matter how bad my heart is right now or how bad things are right now, I'm just going to have to go in that ring every week to do what I have to do and what I do best.
Okay. Well said. But there's one other person that I think knows all three in this love triangle by now, and that is Mr. Xadrian over there. Xadrian, do you want to give us your thoughts?
That
So
laughter.
stop. One thing AJ is right about is that she is never gonna live that down. Well, she's never gonna live that down. Um, that's one. Two. Loki and Talus were mixed tag partners and three other E-Feds, so they kind of have that chemistry that he was looking for with AJ. So with that being said, AJ making him tap twice kind of like pissed her off a little bit. But I do agree with the boss. I would like to see a 1-2-3 instead of a tap out because I don't know. It's a little weird to me, just a little bit. Because I understand being a submissionist and or a technician with a lot of submission moves, but you got to expand your horizon. Because what happens if you're put in a match where there's pin only, or you're put in a match where there's knockout? How are you going to succeed in that match if everything is leading up to a submission? And I've been watching AJ for quite some time. So by now, I know when he's going for certain moves or not, and I can tell you when the match is going to be over. I just want to see more from AJ besides submissions. Now, don't get me wrong; he does have a pin move, but for some reason, it doesn't get used as often as it should. So that's another thing as well. But I know he can do it. I just need to see it.
And I will do to my best ability to give all the viewers and to all the fans a better show. But I know that the ending of my moves has been of my matches has been repetitive. I have been working on my technical and my wrestling move prowess. The TME has really kind of gotten stale. The marvelous effect, if as I would, that's been stuck with me since I started wrestling. I'm still working on my pinfall moves because I've noticed how I have been tapping people out more than I've done getting the 1-2-3 or a knockout. Me in my professional career, I have watched myself in hardcore matches like this. I always come up short, and I've noticed it. I've noticed how my wrestling works, like how I work. I was never really too good at knockout and hardcore matches, but I have been trying to help myself and do better with matches like that, so I can get the W without somebody calling me what mother just said. I can't remember what she said, but it was funny to me. I can't remember the exact word, but she did. Um, but I'm trying to do better with my wrestling career. I'm still young, I'm still learning. Um, I'm proud to be here in that ring to compete. Things have not been going my way lately, but it's okay. because a new day is coming. No pun intended. A new day is certainly coming for me. Don't matter. I'm just gonna make the best of it. Maybe love is not in the right cards for me right now, but I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I'm giving all of my heart and soul into that ring. I'm trying to do better. I'm listening to my family more instead of exploding. So that's what I've been trying to work on myself more, and I'm really grateful for my family, my brothers, and my sisters to help me further my career. So that's all I really got to say about that.
I got word from Scylla via my mic here, my headset here. She told me to tell AJ that she and Wolfie have a rule when it comes to wrestling and personal life. Personal life at home, company and career stuff in the ring, and that's what you need to focus on more.
And I'll keep that in mind. Keep personal life home, and put in wrestling and make it be serious when the wrestling comes around. But love will eventually come its way. Even though you may seem it's the right person, it could be anything. And I wish I could go. I wish I could turn back time and fix everything, but that's not how time works. That's not how the universe works. So I hope and pray that one day that she'll forgive me. But right now we're not in a good spot. And Talos, and I will say this right now: Talos is a better man than me because he was there for her 24/7 when I wasn't. It doesn't matter, and I'll accept the fact that I was at a dark time. So for me to win these past few weeks, I feel like I never gained a victory. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really honest right now. These matches I've had recently with him, I feel like I haven't been really winning the way I wanted. So hopefully one of these weeks I get to really prove myself against him. This week really set me off. I was really angry on Matt because he really said a lot of things that kind of pissed me off last week, and I really had to prove myself against him this week that hey, I might be a kid, but I'll still kick your ass in the middle of that ring. So I don't hate the man. I don't hate her. I just hate the fact that how things are going between all three of us in this love triangle that someone would say. So I'm ready to get it over with.
It sounds to me like you've got a choice to make, AJ.
You what?
Sounds to me like you got a choice to make. Continue to dwell on it or go ahead and move on.
That's all I have to do is just decide. It's affecting
And continuing what Carrie said before you continue, AJ, I want you to hear this. This is from the boss lady herself. Can't be continuing the Feck style of bitch mission fighting. Home is home, work is work. Might find yourself in an impossible situation and have to fight your lover. Draw that line or it will break you.
Oh, she got me to break my character. Dang it, she got me to break my character. That's what it was. I couldn't get it out. She got me to break. Dang it. Wait, I was trying not to break character. Oh my god. Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, there we go. All right. The bitch mission fighting. That's what it was. That's what she was talking about. But she got me to break. So we do have a match coming up in New York. My mother is right. I hear my mother what to say. We do have a match in New York that's coming up, and I believe that match is going to be an Extreme Rules pinfalls only. So we will really decide on who the true. I'm not going to say who the best man is, but who will have the better perseverance and resilience in that match in New York because that's where the final stand will be.
Well, Low Key just stated, yeah, because I would love to get my hands around his neck.
Oof.
AJ, I don't think this looks good for you.
Brother, I don't envy your position.
I have no comment. I really don't have a comment to that. I hate that she feels that way about me.
You got a choice: accept a match or just move on and say you're done completely with the situation.
I really want to move on from this conversation, move on with this whole entire thing, because I think it's hurting all three of us more than the way it's hurting me, and I don't want to hurt her even more than I already have. You know, it's been tearing me down. It's been eating me up inside for the last few days. The only thing that's been comforting me is my son. You know, I'm thankful for my son because my son has been the power of my resilience so far, and my brothers and sisters. But I'm ready to put this behind me at this point because it's hurting all of us to the point where we're already getting a match where we're already deciding to kill each other. So he said some things I didn't like. I did some things that he didn't like. So that's why we're in
But
this position now. Um, I just wanted to get it done and over with because it's hurting all of us at the end of the day. So I'm ready to get it over with.
here's
I
the
said,
thing, though. You have to take into consideration. Maybe it's hurting her more by you not facing things head on and just getting it done. As you keep trying to run away from the inevitable, maybe what she needs is for you to be like right there and address the situation. I mean, I know I've been in situations very similar, and sometimes you just gotta grab that bull by the horn, horns, and and just deal
Well,
with it.
and I'll say this: if
So,
the match
what do
makes
you
them feel
think?
better, then I'll go with the match. At this point, if it makes them both feel better, then I'll do it. As long as I get this over with and we can go ahead and start healing, because the more I think about this and dwell on this, the more I think about her and and our child. You know, so the more I think about it, is the more it's haunting me every day. So I want us to get this over with. Um, if the match in New York is going to happen, then as much as I don't want this to happen, fine. If we're drawing it that far, they got it. We might as well make this a extreme rules pinfalls only. If that's going to make everybody feel better about this whole entire
can I
situation.
add a little something to that? If you're gonna go that route, have Anomaly or somebody like that as a special guest referee.
Oh,
I have a few. I have a few. I have a few options in mind.
well,
And now
Anomaly
she
did
wants
say
to put
you
our
better
daughter in
pin.
this.
Anomaly did say you better pin his ass in New York. Damn, Molly, you have a punk for a son starting to think me and Baby Girl are better off, says Loki.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready to end this. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I want to end this conversation. Now she wants to drag our daughter into this. Okay. So now she's getting to the point where things that really shouldn't be said. I get it that you're angry, but at that point she wants to put our daughter into this now. Fine. Fine.
I
Okay.
think he was referring to. Oh wait, never mind. Ignore me.
If she wants to
Welcome
put
back,
Cross in
Mighty.
this
We have
and
a full
piss me
screen,
off,
and we're gonna have a full screen come the main event.
if she wants to drive it that far and bring our child into this, fine. If that's what they both want, then fine. They want to see a different Aaron James now, fine. Okay. Okay. All right.
Well, that was Loki who said that, not Talos.
I know. I know
Yeah.
what she said. If she felt that way, she would have never said it. But now that she wants to drive it to the point where she wants to hit the sensitive topic, but now since that she want to push it there, I don't want to hear any excuses after what happens after the pay per view. Then, since this is going to be,
Oh.
so this is the point. So this is where we're going to be now. So this is where we're going to be. Fine. They wanted. I didn't want to fight this, but now both of them want to put a pin in it. Fine. Okay. Fine. All right. The pay per view is happening then. Fine. The pinfalls only. Extreme rules. Fine. Okay. At New York, I will beat the living hell out of Talos. I try to be nice. I try to be nice about it, but they kept pushing me about this. So now, what I do at that pay per view is gonna be reckoning on my part. So it's gonna be
Here's the
me
thing.
versus
I don't
him.
I I don't think you're going to be fighting Talos at this point. That's just me being real, looking at the at what was being said. Might
Said
order. My
Since they
daughter,
want
be
to bring
looking.
that out of me, fine. Okay. At this point, I really don't care as long as this gets over with. I got to start healing my heart and in my mind. I can't do this anymore. My heart can't
Well,
take it. My soul can't take this pain anymore. Losing a child like this was
Loki
already
said,
bad enough.
bring that out to me. Let's go, and you're all mouth.
Fine. Okay. Okay. That's what we say now until the pay-per-view happens.
Well,
I did what
you guys are going to have a big battle ahead.
I did what I had to do. I did the best I can. I did the best that I can. That's all I got to say. I did the best that I can. Did I do the best of my ability at 100%? No. But I tried my best as a potential lover and a father to my children. But now they want to drop that part. Fine. At New York, I don't want any excuses between the both of them what happened to him. And after this match, I don't even care if I lose. I want all of this to be over between the three of us. I can't take it anymore. And they're hitting the heart to where it's really shouldn't be. Because I know my mistake. I know what I did was wrong. But to drive our daughter into this worse than what it already was, fine. That drew the line for me.
Wow. I can feel the heat. I can feel the fire that's building here. You see this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was about to
This
say,
is
before
building.
the bomb explodes in studio, shall we move on?
I think it would be best, AJ. Are you wanting to stay on?
I'm
Because
gonna turn
either
the
you or
lights on
Xavier
fire,
are
and
going to
now
have
you're trying to piss it out. What the hell?
AJ
I know there's
or
dynamite
Xavier. When it
underneath
comes
the
to the main event,
studio.
Yes.
one of you
I
two
want it
is
to
going
go
to have to
boom.
leave so
Pow!
Vile to come on the screen. But Adrian and I mean not Adrian, Xadrian and AJ, if you guys want to stay on with us for the co-main event, y'all can. But one of you is going to have to leave for the main event so we can have Vile on here.
Okay, I'll do it for me. I'll get off, but I'll still be in the live. But I'll get off just for somebody else to be up here.
All right.
I'm trying to
Thank you
find
for coming on.
Robin on
Thank you guys
Facebook,
for
but I
letting me
can't
do this.
find it.
Let me break out the camera
Thank
for a
you.
second. Thank you all for letting me do this. I love this. I'm enjoying every single second of this. I love this.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Much love to you guys.
Much love, much love.
Well, we move
Next.
on to our co-main event, and it was Extreme Rules Big Rig Boy. It was a rematch from the previous week where Big Rig got the one up. But this week, Boy got the win. And going into the PLE, I would imagine what Eddie stated, Big Rig and Data Boy for the world title. But after this matchup, what do you have to say?
This was a super interesting match. I was very interested to see, especially since I believe somebody prior to the show said that Data had never beaten Big Rig to this point. And I had made the comment to Wolfie in commentary, would it not be in contention if Big Rig were to beat Data Boy that he would have stakes to a title opportunity? And honestly, it
He did
went
beat him the
huge.
last time. That is something to keep in mind.
Yes, and honestly, it goes both ways. You know, Data now vindicated might feel like he, should put that belt on the line. Rig has even more motivation to try to get the title off of Data. So I definitely want to see a final confrontation for the title. This this match was really good, and the previous match was good. I can only imagine what the next one would be like, especially with stakes being upped and maybe a specialty match of sort between the two. We also know that these two are more or less brothers in arms and have the utmost respect for each other, and they love to go out there and put on matches, for the crowds and test their skills with each other. So this is a brotherhood built in the ring.
Well said. Well said. And Mr. Xadrian, what would you have to say about these confrontation between these two? Because you know both men very well. If he's still with us.
He might be AFK at the moment.
All right. And if what I forget what Chin Pao's real name is, but if anybody would like to tag him, I just saw he texted. I always forget his real name. I know his name is Chin Pao, but Xadrian, you're still on here, buddy. I just saw you sent me request. You're still on. Okay.
Sage, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Maybe try leaving and coming back.
I think Sage has issues with the headset every now and then, or the phone, either one.
Mikey should be, you know what? I could send him the invite now. Mikey, I'm sending you the invite. He said he wanted to come on to the main event. So we're almost there, but I sent him an invite if he wants to come on. Well, okay, hold on. I see you on my end, Xadrian.
Okay, Vile was trying
Here's
to
what I'm going to do.
in.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove him so he could come back. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Mikey is here. Vile is here. I'm going to bring him back. I'm sending you an invite right now, Xadrian. Hello. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes. We got you now.
All right. Sorry about that.
You're all good.
So we were wanting to get your thoughts and opinions on the Big Rig and Data Boy match and the whole situation with it.
That has me torn because I highly favor both of them, and both in character and out of character. It's a matchup that I enjoyed watching. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm still like shocked. Usually, a matchup between them is always said, but it never happens. Now that it's happened, I'm surprised that Data beat Big Rig because Big Rig is very quick. And then he's also usually underestimated because he's small for his size. But to see Data overcome that and then even show like a little bit of power moves was insane. I was over here screaming. So I definitely enjoyed that match. I'm still shocked though that won.
You gotta admit, both of these competitors are great in the ring. Data wouldn't be champion if he wasn't. Big Rig, he's got a reputation for being among the tops in any Fed that he's been in. So it shouldn't be that big of a surprise that they would put on a show. Hello, welcome in, Shin.
Yes and no to that. For me.
Welcome. Chin Pao is in the house, the Grand Master.
Shinche.
Thank you for that, Xadrian. Thank you for that. Vile, are you still with us? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Do you want to speak on this co-main event before we get to the main event?
Well, I have history with both men, both Rig and Data Boy. Rig and I have known each other for quite a few years now, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. There was a time where I would have given anything to fight him in the ring again. But right now, you couldn't ask me to fight him no matter how much money you paid me. He's just on a beast of a roll.
Hmm.
Big Rig is just that. Once he gets rolling, you can't stop him.
Now,
Big
Data
Rick's
Boy and
known
I,
for
on the
that.
other hand, and I don't know if he would openly admit this or not, Data Boy and I have an extensive rivalry to where Data Boy has never pinned me in the ring. He's made me tap out once, but he's never pinned me.
Is that a low-key challenge?
Interesting choice of words. Interesting indeed.
I just hope that he remembers when it comes to pinfall type matches who's got the win-loss column.
Sounds to me like a low-key challenge.
Sounds
would
to me
agree.
high key. I'm setting that shit up.
You heard it from the boss lady.
Well,
It must be a thing. It must. Absolutely.
well, we have all three GMs watching. Eddie's watching. We got the lady, Mr. the VF GMs, and we got the MTM GM. We right now, Chim Pao, we're at the co-main event. We talked about your match near the beginning of the show. This will be up on YouTube, but this will still be up on Facebook after we're done going live. Right now, we're just getting everybody's thoughts, and we're almost in event, the big kahuna, to end it all. But we're still on the co-main event. Would anybody else like to say anything on this beautiful co-main event?
I definitely want to see their third match for the title at the PLE.
Movie!
Eddie already announced it. Eddie already announced it that's going down, so you are going to see it. You don't have to wait any longer. Don't look no further.
Great.
We are ready!
Eddie
I
told
think
me that
we're
he
ready.
has 4 matches set for the PLE when it comes to title matches.
I'm glad that he's on
So
top of it all.
Eddie tries to be, and he tries to do what he can for his sister's company.
She's talking about
Yeah.
the chicken sage. Not
Quit
you,
picking on
Sage, the
him.
chicken sage.
Well,
Leave him
while that
alone.
chicken's going wild, I think it's fitting that we move on to the big kahuna, the match that ended it all tonight. A first ever death match. Falls count anywhere. 2 out of 3 falls hard for championship. As it was Vile versus the champion, Savage, where Savage retained the gold in a battle that was made, may I mind you, respectively by both men. Eddie wanted to make it falls count anywhere, but he wanted to be history making. And he said, no, this has to be a death match for that hardcore championship. And that's what we got. 2 out of 3 falls between these two epic warriors. Carrie, before we get to Vile, what do you have to say, Mr. Co-host?
I have to call it like I saw it in this match. Vile, I know you're here and listening. I'm sorry, but Savage ultimately decimated you in that match. I don't know if your mind and heart was in the match or if you had other things on your mind, but I know your work from when you was in WCWF. We're going way back. I know how your matches are. And you was not in that match. I mean, rarely ever have I seen anybody go 2 victories flat over you in less than 15 minutes. Okay? I don't know what was going on. It may not be for me to know. But this match, it was a death match and it was a great match, but you just could not get any kind of offense going. Savage was all over the ring, and you looked confused and not knowing where to turn. And I'm not trying to stroke any kind of embers or anything, but you just did not look like you were in the match tonight. And I'm sorry to put it that way. Your thoughts, man?
Well, you're absolutely right. My mind was not on the match like it should have been. And I don't think I need to go very far, and I don't think anybody else needs to look any further than what happened with my sister. Ever since that particular incident has happened, that is all my mind has been on, is trying to get her to focus on what's important and not throw fits and temper tantrums all the time. And me having to put her through an extreme training regimen just to work out what she did had me in a place where I just was not ready to take on Savage. And when this match was first booked, there was nobody more excited for this match than me. But when Chaotica did what she did, it threw me off everything. And that's not me trying to make excuses. That is me stating a fact.
Let
I have
me
nothing
ask
but
you
the
a
utmost.
question though. Let me ask you a question. Sorry to interrupt, but don't you think it's time for Chaotica to stand on her own and be accountable for her own actions, and you stop being a helicopter brother? I mean,
I,
when
I do
is
agree with that.
I think it's time you cut the ties there so you can focus on your stuff. She focus on hers, and let her actions teach her, because you can only teach her with words and training so much.
That's what I'm trying to get across to her, that I may not be around to help her forever, and she's going to have to stand on her own. So I'm trying to give her every chance now to do what she can before I have to say goodbye.
Well, instead of waiting for that time to say goodbye, maybe it's just time to cut that thread and let her stand on her own. That's what I'm
May
saying.
I interject momentarily?
Yes.
Val, I know we have a rather sordid relationship given things that have occurred, and not always with you at fault, mind you, but I will say this. As mother to so many, some of my own, some not of my own, etc., one thing you can do that I believe is going to help your sister, aka my daughter, more than anything else in this world, is realizing that you don't have to say goodbye, just merely say hello and continue on your way. Just be there when she needs you, but let her learn. Let her explore on her own. Don't smother her. Let her live her best life and just be there when needed. That is the best thing you could do.
That also frees you up to being able to focus on your own in-ring career as well as your own happiness. Make your own story.
I was trying to do that, but when she did what she did and upset everybody as she did, I felt it was my responsibility to step in and give her a
No.
chance to make up for it.
No,
That
Well, I
was
think
that
what
was
her.
they're
her.
trying to say, Vio, if you guys don't mind me saying what I have to say real quick, I think what they're trying to say is it's not your fault. You don't control her actions. You tried to guide her. She made her own decisions.
And it was dealt with.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You didn't have
Indeed.
to you didn't have to step in and add to that, is what we're trying to say. Your mind should have been on this match, not on what happened and not on what she did. That was your downfall tonight. So here's
It's a
us
big
saying
brother's curse, but I will get over it.
sometimes you just gotta cut the ropes, let her go her way, you go yours. Y'all focus on your respective
You will always have
careers.
one another, but you don't have to literally have your head in her butt. I made that mistake with Lyconis, and I learned from it. Just it, it's hard, but it's doable. Very doable. Learn to
I know
let
she
go.
has
Be there
learned.
when needed, but let go.
I
Jay,
know she has learned for
quick!
what she has done.
We
One
can
more
only
time.
hope. You can guide, but you can't make a horse drink water, I think your expression is. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Very true. But off of that tangent, where are you going here from now, Vile? What is your plans after such a decimating defeat tonight?
Well, first and foremost, I did shake the man tan after the match because, as I said, I'm a changed guy. If it had been the past me from WCWF, and you know this very well, if that had been the past me, rather than shake his hand, I would have tried to break his neck for what he did to me during that match. You know this. But I am a changed man. I don't believe in after-match violence. I don't believe in holding grudges, and I'm not going to. But what I am going to do is take what was done to me in this match, learn from it, and as far as I know, and I think Eddie will probably back me up on it, I'm pretty sure that I don't have a match for the PLE at this time. So what I'm going to
That is incorrect.
do... Oh,
You have a match
I
for
did
the
not know that.
pay-per-view. He wants you. He likes what you can do. The fire that you brought, that you always bring when you're in there. He sees something in you. And here's something that's funny. There was another man that was on here with us named J-Max. He wants you two to face off at the PLE and put on a spectacle for the world to see. He's putting that trust in your guys' hands. I just have to say that.
Well, the man that I've been trying to give inspiration and happiness to is finally going to step up and try the 25-year veteran. My goodness gracious. Well, J-Max, all I'm going to say to you is this, big boy. You better bring your A game because I'm bringing mine.
Don't
Sounds
ever
good.
put yourself down, Vile. Your self-worth is a lot. We all know you have something in you, and you've had a revamping yourself, and we all love it. We loved you before, but this revamp is different. We want to see more of it, so don't ever doubt your abilities of what you can do. Eddie likes to give talent opportunity into what he sees, and Eddie sees something in you, sir. So good luck to you at the pay-per-view.
So who
Very
wants
much
the U.S.
appreciate that.
title opportunity more, you or Jay?
We will find
Mm-hmm.
out at the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope he brings as much A game as I intend to bring with me.
Most indeed. Most indeed. And before we get on to what Xadrian has to say about this main event, I just want to say from Chimpao, I'm glad to have Papa Wolf as a partner. And he's saying this to you, Vile. He just had a bad night. That's all. We all have matches like that. No one can say how a match is going to go. But like I said, it all in fun, family fun. So you got people to support you.
And we support Chaotica as well. You both just need to go your own ways and careers.
Yeah, little sister needs to head off the reservoir now, I think.
She's gonna screw up. Let her make her mistakes. Don't you worry about it. I got her.
I will say one thing about little sis. Ever since she's had this revamp, she's been undefeated. So say that and make what you will of that, but I hate to be the next person she has to face.
Well, don't put yourself in that position.
You know this company.
I will not fight my sister for no amount of money. You are no.
You better watch it then. You keep on with this. Oh, you're in trouble. I'm going to make you train, and she might turn on you.
Vile, we don't want to say that will happen, but at the same time, with DPW being as unpredictable as it is, like with AJ, he very well could be facing low key here.
Remember,
you could very well be facing your sister at one point in time.
I can't help but feel bad for AJ. I know what it's like to lose somebody that you love because of your own stupidity, but for him to possibly have to face the woman that he loved or loved at one point, I couldn't fathom that. I couldn't.
Yeah. I felt it for you, and I didn't even do it. Kick the table.
Good luck to you, though, Vile. Thank you for saying what you had to say on here and coming on here. We appreciate this very much.
Well, I appreciate being on here, and I just want y'all to know that this is my first interview in 15 years, so this was very history-making for everybody.
I actually wanted to say out of character, oh my God, I haven't heard your voice in so long. I'm glad you're here.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought
But
him and Carrie were twins. They sound the same to me over here, but I could be
they
tripping.
do. They sound a lot alike.
Out of
Exactly, I'm not
character,
the only one that sees it.
out
Well,
of
don't
character,
you worry,
Mike.
you'll
I'm
be
proud of
hearing
you for
more
coming.
from Vile as these shows go on.
I'm
Very much so. Very much so.
very proud of
That's
you. Thank
me.
you.
I never heard him talk before, so this is the first time for me.
Ooh, Xavier got a front row seat. He's like, hey, this is my first time too, Xavier. You're not the only one. I've never heard this man on a call.
Oh, y'all got lucky. This is my second time, and I love it.
You know what? Don't rub it in.
Absolutely love it.
Look, I just want some cookies, Val. I ain't forget about them chocolate chip cookies.
I want my cookies.
Oh, them good cookies, man. We can't hate them cookies. But what do you
I
have to
want
say,
my cookies.
Xavier, on this main event? What do you have to say? Because you know both people very well, Savage and Vile.
I was expecting him just to. I said I was expecting Val to manhandle him. But then I had to quickly remember that this is not the same Val that I met 2 years ago. But to see Savage take over the whole match like that, I thrown because usually he's the one getting his ass kicked, so it was a surprise to me. But I will say, and I believe that Savage
Sage, you're
agrees
cutting
with
in and out again real bad. I'm sorry.
But welcome to Tpew. Expect the unexpected. That's all I can say.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Much better.
Okay. So I was saying towards the end, what I can say is I know Savage will agree with me is at some point to see these two men in the ring again.
Yes. I think I'd like to see Vile versus Savage once he's got his mind right again.
And look here, trust me, the GMs are on top of their jobs. So y'all think some of these matches were just a one-time thing? You can guess again. They keep tabs and they know what's up.
And Kaida says if she has to whip you in shape, Vile, she will.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
God.
Them little
They
feet,
have
man.
it.
They'll kick you.
You don't want it.
They have a history.
Yeah,
Big
me
history.
and Kaida have had training sessions before. I don't want no part of that hardcore regimen. Thank you very much.
Why do you think that's
Even
where
matches.
Wolfie goes?
Even matches. There's history.
That's where Wolfie goes every time because she knows that's who she can rely on to get what she needs. And she always comes back stronger every time. You just got to have the right friends in the right places for the right situations.
And the right feet.
Oh, God. I'm religion so angry.
Well said. Thank you, everybody, for coming on here. As you guys heard, we do have a pay-per-view coming up, and we don't know the name yet, but stay tuned for it. Be watching. Send out your promos. Do what you have to do. And all I have to say is thank you for a second successful episode of TPW Takedown. I gotta get that a big clap. Thank you, Carrie, for being my co-host. Thank you, Boss Lady, my sister. I love you dearly. I love all you dearly. Xadrian, thank you for coming on here. Vile, thank you for letting your presence be known. AJ, thank you for coming on here. J-Max, thank you for coming on here. Who knows, when we do episode 3, we're going to be going over MTM. Who's going to appear and who's not going to appear.
And it's open floor, you guys. Open floor. Don't miss out.
Maybe we'll get Chim Powell on here. Maybe we'll get Susie on here. Maybe we'll get Billy on here. Maybe we'll get that guy from the taco cart that I know. Who knows?
Maybe the hummus cart
As
guy. Who
long as
knows?
it's not
Yeah,
the hummus
the
cart
hummus cart
guy.
guy.
No
Cheers.
hummus.
It's a Sid. Cheers to you all.
No hummus cart people. I will burn this place down
Oh,
to play with you.
Who knows? We might even hear from Gigglethorpe one day. But I gotta say
I'm gonna.
to everybody here, thank you so much. This has been a blast. As far as the PLE goes, I'm still in favor of Caged Chaos.
Hummus cart.
Well, thank you for that. Does anybody? Let's go around the room and give final thoughts. Carrie, my co-host,
No
you want
cloud.
final thoughts?
According to the fans, tonight's average rating for Wolves Den was a 2.8 stars out of 5.
Viper called it. I'm sorry, but Viper called it.
It was yeah, I hate to admit it, but Viper
her
said
fault.
right. We definitely have had better shows according to the fans. So guys, pump it up. Let's see what you can do.
Bring that fire.
Vile, final words.
All in all, we had a great show tonight. I wish my mind had been in a better place. I'm sorry that it wasn't, but I can assure J Max there will be no distractions when that pay-per-view hits.
I would love to see that. I can't wait to see that clash. Adrian, final thoughts.
No, he does not need to tell Wolfie
Yes, I
off.
do. Hold on. Let me say it real quick.
Thank
Okay.
you also the Mighty for coming on. He came on earlier, new guy. Sorry, Adrian.
I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to come up. I was super excited to hear that you guys was doing this. I
We
took
were
the
glad to
charger
have
out.
you.
And hopefully I get to see you guys again sometime up here.
We do this after every show, and we encourage anybody and everybody who's been in the show to come on, whether you've won or lost, to give your thoughts on your own matches, what you intend to do, or call out anybody. Create these wonderful rivalries and matches. That's what we do here at this show.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do a
And
little
with
voice
him,
acting here. I'm gonna act as the hummus guy. My hummages!
Screw your hummages. But
beautiful, beautiful. See, we got a lot of love in the comments. Thank you for letting me share my passion for this. This has been one of the most emotional experience promos in the world. Thank you, AJ. And from Chim Pao, I want to say to all the shows everyone puts on are wonderful. Love you all, my family and friends. We love you too. And I just want to say in closing the captions that I usually say before I get off here. I hope everybody has a great day. Good night. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever y'all may be. Peace out.
Later!